Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Luisa, you are watching Loulou C'est la vie, and for today's video we are going to talk about hair. I want to help you understand your hair a little bit better, because I believe that when you understand your hair better, then you're able to cater to your hair better, right? Right. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna talk about hair thickness, hair density, hair porosity, and curl pattern. 4 topics that we need to understand, we need to learn a little bit more about. Now, I'm not going to go too technical because your girl is not a scientist, or I have not studied hair like that. When it comes to hair, it's like sometimes like a big mystery. What the heck is my hair telling me? I don't understand. Why is it frizzy? Why is it dry? You can go from super dry hair one day to super weighted down hair the next day, just because you change a little bit of something in your hair product. I think it's really important that we understand our hair, the true nature of our hair. So in this video, I'm going to try to break it down to you in 4 different sections. Like I said earlier, we're going to talk about the thickness of your hair, how thick or how thin your hair is. The second one is going to be about your density. How much hair do you have on your head? The third one is going to be about porosity. How is your hair able to take in the moisture and retain that moisture throughout the day? And lastly, your curl pattern. Okay, once you analyze your hair and you are able to say, okay, this, that, it will be a lot easier for you to get the right product and to style the right way. All right, let's start with number 1. How fine or how thick is your hair? I'm going to take me as an example because, well, I know my hair. I will also take my daughter as an example because I know her hair. And we happen to have 2 very different hair type. Okay, so this is pretty cool. When it comes to hair thickness, personally, I have very fine hair. My hair is so fine that it's going to be hard for me to show you one string of hair on the camera, although with this amazing, well, that's not 1, that's 5, but with this amazing camera maybe you'll be able to see it. My hair is so fine that it's see-through. Okay, that's how fine my hair is. My daughter hair, on the other hand, she has thicker hair. Her hair, one hair strand is like, I don't know, 10 of mine. It's a lot thicker. So how does that affect you? Well, the thinner the hair, the lighter you have to be on your products. You have to make sure that the products are not too heavy for your fine hair and that it's not going to weight your hair down too much. Okay, so the amount and the thickness of the product is going to affect your fine hair. When your hair is a little bit thicker, you can get away with a little bit more, applying a little bit more product. Okay, from my experience. Let me know in the comment section if you have a different experience. Now, something to keep in mind with the thickness of your hair, or how thin your hair is that this is going to change throughout your life. As a kid, my hair was a lot thicker than that, okay? As I went through puberty, it got a little bit thinner. Then I got pregnant, then got thicker again. And then I was done with pregnancy, and then I lost a lot of hair and it got thinner again. Now I'm kind of stable. I think that this is pretty much what I'm going to deal with until I go through menopause. And then I don't know what's going to happen to my hair. We'll figure it out. But usually when you look at the woman in your family, you will have an idea of what to expect. All right, the next one I want to talk about is hair density. And that's a tricky one. Hair density is how much hair you have on your scalp. Okay, so that's a tricky one because when you have fine hair, you can see through the hair a lot more than if you have thick hair. So this can give the illusion of a low density because, well, if I can see through my hair, if I can see my scalp from my hair, like right here, like right here, then maybe that means that I don't have a lot of hair on my head. And well, that's so wrong. There's a very few people, unless you have a disease or autoimmune disease, or you're going through some hardcore medication that make you lose your hair, or depression or whatever it is. Most of us have normal density hair. What is going to give the illusion of a fuller head of hair is how thick each hair strands are. So going back to the thickness or how fine your hair is, okay? So I believe personally that I have a normal density hair, but because my hair is so fine, it looks like a low density hair. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. Let me know in the comment section if you do. My daughter, on the other hand, she has thicker hair strands, so it looks like she has a fuller density. She has more volume, more mass on her hair, but really I think she has a normal density. Now don't get me wrong, there are people out there that has a lot of hair on their head, and there are people who have a little bit less. But before you call yourself low density, go and Google what low density hair looks like, and then come back and be like, okay, I think I have normal density. Now, why is it important to know about your hair density? Well, this will dictate how much product you can put on your hair, again, just like the hair thickness. So if you have a fuller head of hair with a higher density, you're going to need a little bit more product. Your hair is going to need to absorb more product. And if you have a low density, you cannot load your hair with too much product. It will weight it down 100%. Okay, the next one is hair porosity. This one is going to take a second because I think it's one of the most important ones to understand. Porosity is how your hair is going to be able to absorb moisture, whether it's from water or from the products that you're going to put in your hair, okay? So you have high porosity, medium porosity, and low porosity. High porosity is, well, I am a high porosity girl. The thing with high porosity is that your hair is not able to retain the moisture for a long period of time. Your hair has little hair shafts, just like your skin has pores. Your hair has like little hair shafts that closes and open. It tends to open when your hair is wet under warm water. That's when it absorbs the majority of the moisture. That's when you want to put the product in when you have high porosity hair. Unfortunately, the hair shaft does not close properly. Sometimes it just stays open. Therefore, the moisture just evaporates really fast. But I really want you to observe your hair and see if you are getting drier hair throughout the day, a lot of frizz, and you're losing your curl pattern. That's a sign that your hair has a hard time retaining the moisture, and that's a sign of high porosity. Now, low porosity hair. I'm not so familiar with low porosity because I myself do not have low porosity. But from my understanding, and please comment in the comment section if you think that I'm saying something wrong. From my understanding, a low porosity hair does not need so much moisture. It will actually be weighted down by heavy products. Low porosity hair does not really tend to get drier and drier as the day goes by. Unlike high porosity hair, who can handle the heavy product, who actually needs the heavy product and needs extra help to lock that moisture in. Okay, so here's the difference between the two. It's very important for you to figure out what porosity your hair is because this will dictate how you're going to use the product and what type of product you're going to use. So in a nutshell, when you have high porosity, you want to use product that says repair, moisture, hydrate. You want to use one, maybe two leave-in conditioners. You want to lock this in with a gel and maybe finish with like a finishing mist or something like that. When you have low porosity, you want to go very light on the moisture. You might skip the leave-in and go for a water-based spray that will give a little bit of hydration. You want to go for that hold. Make sure that you can hold that curl throughout the day. So a nice little gel. Keep it light, away from your roots. Make sure you get that hold, and then you're good to go. Okay, so less work for you guys. That's what I think. Let me know in the comment section if you have low porosity, if you think this is accurate, or what are you doing to take care of your low porosity. All right, so the last thing you need to learn about your hair is your curl pattern. I don't know about you, but personally I have between 2 and 4 different curl patterns in my hair, depending on the day, depending on what time of the month it is, depending on the product I'm using, depending on the weather outside. I'm gonna have those curly coils in the top of my hair, and I will have some pretty waves that barely curls on the bottom, and between here and there I have whatever variation of curl pattern you can find. Okay, I know some girls have their curly coils down there, their ringlets down there, and they have a lot more of a wavy up here. Once you understand how your hair likes to curl, it's easier for you to style your hair accordingly and to choose what type of styling tools you want to use. Maybe just your fingers on the top. I used to do that for a long time. I used to finger coil the top and just scrunch the bottom. You know, you have to figure out how your pattern is, where it's located, and style accordingly. So in conclusion, everybody's hair is different. They might look the same, but a change in porosity, a change in thickness, a change in density, or a change in the curl pattern can make a world of difference. I'm telling you this because we are surrounded by beautiful influencers that have beautiful head of curls, and we look up to them like, oh my gosh, I wish my hair looked like this. If I try hard enough, my hair will look like this. But the reality is that your DNA is different than her DNA. You really have to learn your hair and see how far your hair can go and be okay with that. At the end of the day, it's all about accepting what you have and work with what you have. And it's very important to learn what you have, because once you learn it, then you can get the best results. Oh my gosh, I'm out of batteries. Okay, what else did I wanted to say? Oh, well, pretty much I had the best slogan ever. Don't compare, learn your hair. And I think I'm gonna put this on a t-shirt. What do you guys think? Once you understand how your hair works, then it's easier to make the right choice, to buy the right product, and to style correctly. Okay, my loves? All right, I'm gonna cut it here because I have no more batteries. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helped you make a little bit more sense. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if this helped you understand your hair a little bit better. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down there. Again, keep in mind, I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not a professional of hair. I'm just learning my hair as I go with you guys on live on YouTube. Well, live kind of. So yeah. All right, my loves, I'm gonna go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I will see you guys next week with a new video. Until then, my loves, stay happy, stay healthy, have a beautiful life. Au revoir et à bientôt. Hey, c'est la vie.